Howdy y'all, Slinger here. Just doing some quiet work in the wee hours of the morning. Redressing my hammer faces, just smoothing them out, polishing them up, having a pipe ski. Smoking my whatever blend this morning. Kind of like my shop blend. I just kind of leave my whatever jar out in the shop, and when I want a pipe, I just stuff one. You know? Not too much concerned with over smoking a specialized blend when I'm out here trying to focus. Just getting all the imperfections out of my hammer faces nice and quiet like in the wee hours here. Too early yet. Be bothering the neighbors with my incessant hammering and angle grinding. But, you know, there's other things I could do. Because I cannot just sit still and be happy with that. Usually I have to wake up and immediately go insane doing stuff. Yeah. I was just watching old Greggy Boy's Giveaway. Our brother Donnie Stovepipe won. Congratulations, Donnie. Good to hear, man. I don't remember whether or not I even entered, but, you know, I've been kind of busy here and there lately to be paying too much attention, and I apologize. I'll be back with y'all soon. So, wee hours, I'll just go out into the smithy, into the shop, and unfuck my tools so that the dense dings and sharp edges aren't there and don't translate into my work. You know, the thing about a blacksmithing hammer is on hot metal, you gotta have a good straight hammer blow, because when you hit with the face of the hammer flush with the piece, you get a nice even spread of the steel. If there's any dense dings or sharp edges in your hammer, it will appear in your work, and after you're done at the anvil, you have extra filing, grinding, and sanding and smoothing to do. You want to try and get the piece worked in as good as you can with the hammer and anvil, because that is what makes your work efficient. There is nothing more efficient when you're blacksmithing than getting a nearly completed piece with just a hammer and anvil. So you want to make sure your hammers have no sharp edges, no dents and dings, and you definitely will have an easier time once you're done with the forge and anvil. That way, you know, when there's people who want something, you have it ready to go for them in no time. And they're like, oh my God, how did you do that so quickly? Well, I didn't. My hammer and my anvil did, because I maintained them. And I'll give things a light sanding after I'm done filing. I like a good file finish. I think it adds kind of like a satin kind of look to things. But then I'll just kind of smooth out those file lines with some sandpaper. And that just kind of makes it all sing just a little more. Go a little extra mile. It's always worth it. Always worth it. There we go. like coming on to Rumble or YouTube and watching my friends' videos while I'm in the shop. They're just kind of talking to me in the background almost. It's almost like you got a friend in the shop who's just kind of sitting there smoking their pipe and drinking beer or something, and you're just chilling while you're getting things done. It's nice. Little tip. If you get some rougher grade sandpaper and you hit a surface with it a few times for a little bit before you go to filing, it will shine up that surface, and any of the low spots and rough spots that are pitted in won't shine up, and you will see exactly where you got to run that file work or angle grinder, but it's too early for that. So file work. You could even go over it too with a Sharpie marker, color the whole thing in, and then run the sandpaper over it, and it'll show up even more, if that's your thing. Not necessary, but you can do it. Don't harm nothing. So, lately I've been noticing issues with, payment apps, like Venmo and PayPal, things like that. There's some people out there that have problems with Venmo, and I totally understand that, because I have problems with PayPal. They just, every time I receive money or do anything, they just immediately freeze my shit up and not allow me to do anything with it. And then they make it basically like this whole acrobatics routine where you gotta fucking do like all sorts of fancy jigs in order to get it working again. And some people are getting that with PayPal too. So I went ahead and made a Cash App to go along with my PayPal, so that when people want to order stuff, there's options for them, And I thought, I use, what's it called, the Chime accounts, because I don't like actual banks. So the Cash App works because them and Chime, I think they're like, in cahoots or something. So it makes it easy for me to transfer it. And to be honest, between y'all and me, I really wish I could just do my fortune for the trade of barrels of ale and chickens, so that I could just eat chicken and drink ale all the time instead of worry about bills. But we're not in that world yet. So I gotta do it for that bullshit fiat currency. Kinda blows. And on that note, in the past, I was talking to my bro, Rank, about this just yesterday, is in the past, I've, when I was first coming into the workforce, and even recently, when I was just getting a little side job on the side there, I'd work at a little dive bar, like a shit little dive bar as a bar back, or something like that. And they would pay me on time, every penny accounted for, every time, without fail. And I would make tips. I would do well. I'd do okay for a little side gig, And lately I've been working for these multi-billion-dollar corporations. Like right now I work for the 5th largest production facility in the world. Multi-billion-dollar corporation. They're massive. They're massive. Shipping, receiving, everything. And they dick shit up without fail every time. Blows my fucking mind. Blows my mind. And I honestly think this is all by design. They just don't want you feeling okay. thing is this morning I was perusing the pipe community on YouTube, and our brother Tejano Piper, he got himself a new Rossi, one of their 311 styles. I think they call them the 8311 or something. And got me looking at my Savvy 311s here. Smoking out of that Fantasia. Beautiful pipe. Oh, man. Got love for that pipe. Looking good in that hood. I don't know about y'all. My cross peen needs to be rehandled. This thing is gnarly. I got this wicked split up the end because I didn't realize this when I originally got this hammer. This was a vintage hammer, you know, like a machinist hammer, you know, with that hole in it. I got that off eBay like over a decade ago or some shit. And the handle was way off square. Like, I don't know if you can tell the way this is going. This is natural, the way I got it. And it's way off square. And then I got this big split that I had to cut it off at the split end. And now I got like this little short hammered handle. It's like right at the max of where it should be. Like, it's just barely there. Definitely got to rehandle this thing. Swinging 2 pounds in an unfavorable leverage point on the handle, 2.5 pounds. That fucking shit adds up. I'm telling you. So yeah, I definitely got to rehandle this bad boy and get it back up to snuff. Oh yeah. That vintage Cheney though, that came perfect. Oh man, I can't believe I got a basically unused vintage sick ball peen. I love this thing already. It don't even need any more work because I redressed it purposely. I'm just, you know, doing my early morning have to do something thing. There we go. So yeah, when you're dressing a hammer, if you see that chamfer around there, there's that line right there on the inside towards the face. You want to round that over and smooth that out as good as you can. Because when you're hammering, eventually you're going to have like an off blow where you kind of get the edge there. And you want to minimize the marking that puts on your work. You know? Can't always come down flat, even. Sometimes you're going to get an off blow that you'll have to fix up. This is great. I think these two are going to pair well together. My big old cross peen there will really move a lot of steel well, and then this thing can come in and even up and planish out all that work. I'm almost thinking about rounding the face, doming the face of this a bit. Make it a big rounding hammer for really moving the steel a lot better. We'll see. I might just buy a new rounding hammer though, if things go my way. And things I think are going my way. Ever since I started putting my forging on my channel, my interactions have been increasing on YouTube. I'm not aiming to make any money on YouTube. They're not going to pay me 1 red cent, and I'm aware of that. I just enjoy doing it. I just kind of, I like the interactions, you know. I like chatting with people in the comments and seeing that people are, you know, coming in to see blacksmithing or what I'm smoking that day, and then I'll go on and I'll see what they're doing, what they're smoking, you know. Some of y'all weirdos, I want some of whatever you're smoking. Telling you right. Not a bad whatever blend, I'm telling you. Dumpster fire blend, whatever you want to call it. I call it dumpster fire usually, but a lot of people call it whatever. And yeah. Well, if y'all are as boring as I am, then I'm not going to torture you anymore with my gabbing and my filing and my sanding. Y'all be easy now. Slinger out.